Good morning, everyone. May I present to you my paper titled Online Learning Mindset, Mathematics Outlook, and Academic Performance of College Students in a Fully Online Flip Math Course. I'm Roldan C. Bangalan of St. Paul University, Philippines in Tuguegarao City. The COVID-19 pandemic have caused educational disruptions which compelled schools and universities to close their campuses. For teaching and learning to continue during this disruptive era, most universities have shifted to online mode of teaching and learning. Now, teachers and students are getting into the rhythm of teaching and learning from home. And with distance online learning set to continue, it is an ideal opportunity to try out pedagogical approaches which encourage independent learning among our students. One promising strategy for promoting online active learning is the fully online flipped classroom pedagogical approach. An online flipped classroom is a variant of the conventional flipped model. The online flipped classroom is similar to the conventional flipped classroom model in that students are encouraged to prepare for class by completing some pre-class activities like watching video lectures and completing quizzes. However, unlike the conventional flipped classroom approach, students in online flipped classrooms do not meet face-to-face but online. Flipping the class effectively involves flipping teachers as well as learners' mindsets about online teaching and learning. Likewise, attitude plays a crucial role in the teaching and learning of mathematics. It is a key factor to be considered in understanding and explaining differences in student performance in mathematics. This study aimed to determine the online learning mindset, mathematics outlook, and academic performance of college students in a fully online flipped math course. This study utilized a quasi-experimental research design, particularly the pre-test post-test design. The participants of this study are the first-year college students who are enrolled in Mathematics in the Modern World, utilized the fully online flip learning, and completed the pre-test and post-test for the three variables. Data were gathered using the following instruments. For online learning mindset, the attitude towards e-learning questionnaire by Zabadi and Al-Alawi was used. To determine the mathematics outlook of the participants, students' attitude towards mathematics questionnaire of Casimu and Imoro was adopted. The academic performance was determined using the pre-test and post-test. And the challenges, realizations, and suggestions are determined through open-ended questions. Data gathered were analyzed using the following tools. For online learning mindset and mathematics outlook, weighted mean was used. For academic performance, test scores was used. And to determine the significant difference of the data between before and after the implementation of the flipped learning approach, paired samples details was used. And to determine the significant relationship between and among the three variables, person R was used. And for the challenges, realizations, and suggestions, thematic analysis was utilized. The big one question: what is the best use of your face-to-face class? Or maybe in this new normal, we may actually revise this question as what is the best use of your synchronous online meeting? According to Flip Learning Network, Flip Learning is a pedagogical approach in which direct instruction moves from the group learning space to the individual learning space, and the resulting group space is transformed into a dynamic, interactive learning environment where the educator guides the students as they apply concepts and engage creatively in the subject matter. Two of the earliest advocates of flipped learning, John Bergsman and Aaron Sams, have described this approach to instruction as a strategy where work that was traditionally done in the class is now done at home, and what was traditionally homework is now completed in class. There are four key elements of the flipped classroom. First, it provides an opportunity for students to gain first exposure to content prior to class. Second, it also provides an incentive for students to prepare for class. Third, it provides in-class activities that focus on higher level cognitive activities. And lastly, it provides a mechanism to assess student understanding. Here are the four pillars of flipped. There should be flexible environment where space, mode of delivery, and timelines for learning is provided. There should be learning culture. The culture should be student-centered or learner-centered approach to encourage deep learning. Third, there is an intentional content which are can be curated or created by the teacher. Relevant content differentiate to make content accessible. And there's the professional educator where he guides learning and facilitates learning and improves his or her practice. Let us now answer the big one question. What's the best use of the synchronous online meeting? The best use of class time incorporates enriching learning activities and relevant experiences. Why flip our classroom? Moving content delivery outside class frees up in-class time for collaboration, inquiry-based learning, peer instruction, and contact time between students and teachers. Content is available for review or remediation, and it integrates well with the principles of universal design for learning, where we provide multiple means of representation, providing multiple means of engagement, and providing multiple means of action and expression to all students. Flipped Classroom is a pedagogical approach that cultivates student engagement and empowers students to be active learners. It's been said that the flipped model shifts the teacher's role in class from sage on the stage to guide on the side. Here are the benefits of the flipped classroom according to Birdsman and Sams. Students get help on difficult topics. The teacher-student interaction is enhanced. It allows for differentiation. It creates an atmosphere of learning. Students can learn at their own pace. It helps when students are absent as well as teachers. This is the structure of flipped classroom. Before the synchronous meeting, students watch video lectures or perform other activities to expose them to the content. During the synchronous meeting, students participate in active learning activities to deepen their understanding of content. And after the synchronous meeting, students complete homework assignments independently to practice mastery of learned concepts. So this is the flipped classroom that I employed in my class. There's the pre-class wherein we do some remembering and understanding of content. We have also the in-class activity wherein in here they will do enriching activities in synchronous meeting, and then we have the post-class activity where they will do the higher order thinking skills based on the Bloom's taxonomy like evaluation, creation, and reflection. So for the pre-class activity, which can be done at home, okay, students are actually presented with the topic through direct instruction, that is by watching videos and reading materials. Okay, these are actually posted in MS Teams and also in my YouTube channel. In the in-class activity, students will participate in active learning activities like independent learning, collaborative learning, discovery learning, experiential learning, and inquiry. And there will be also some assessment for checking of understanding and giving of feedback. And in the post class, usually there's our formative and summative assessment with reflection. This is actually modified from University of Adelaide. In the implementation of flipped learning in my class, I did an orientation and flipped learning approach to my students. I also created my own visual lectures. What I did first is to orient my students about the utilization of flipped classroom in my class. That is by posting some steps or procedures about flipped classroom, and also I let my students watch an introduction to flipped classroom by the pioneer of this approach, John Birdsman. Okay, and also I actually post in my MS Teams some announcements and instructions. What video lectures are they going to watch in my YouTube channel? So the links of video lectures from my YouTube channel are actually provided or posted in MS Teams. Here are the tools that I use in creating my video lectures. I use Open Broadcaster software, MS PowerPoint Record Slideshow, and a YouTube channel in uploading my lecture videos. Lecture videos are given to students for pre-class activities. Parts of lecture videos are we have learning outcomes. So here are examples of my learning outcomes in my different topics. We have also problem posing. Usually I start my lecture with a problem like the seven bridges of Königsberg, an exercise or a discovery approach activity. I also introduce topics to my students using their real-world applications like modular arithmetic, traveling salesman problem, and the cryptology. In the video, students are also given activities to check their understanding, like this one. Try this Can puzzle exercise and graph theory, and we have this another exercise, true or false. I also promote mindfulness to my students, so I give them some mindfulness exercises at the end of every video. And during our synchronization, we do some in-class activities online. First, students will be given pre-assessment activity to check what they have learned during the pre-class activity by watching the videos. And also, we have to actually demonstrate on how to solve different problems, that is using the whiteboard feature of MS Teams and other tools like PowerPoint Draw with Touch and Pen Tablet. For formative assessment activity, I utilize Slido and also Kahoot and Zitings. Post-class activities can be done asynchronously, that is using some other apps or software for enrichment activity like the Matigone. I also provide other assessment tasks to my students and post-assessment activity, that is for every pre-assessment activity there is a corresponding post-assessment activity. It is also important to ask students about their learning insights and reflections. So this is by through using new conversation and meeting chat of the MS Teams. Providing feedback and giving praise to our students is very important also. And the results of my study. As gleaned on the table, the attitude towards online learning of the participants have significantly improved after the implementation of the flipped learning approach. Likewise, the participants' attitude towards mathematics have significantly improved after the implementation of the flipped learning approach. Moreover, their academic performance have significantly improved from satisfactory to excellent. Tests of relationships reveal that there is significant relationship between online learning mindset and mathematics outlook. Likewise, mathematics outlook is significantly related to academic performance. In the flipped learning environment, students realize the following. Students learn on their own pace, time, and place, may play, pause, forward, or rewind video lectures, maximizes student time through learning the lesson ahead of time, and prepares students for the synchronous session. However, students encounter the following challenges: poor internet connection, too many school requirements, too much screen time, and limited interaction, especially in the pre-class activities. Therefore, they suggest the following to improve their flipped learning experience: improve student time management skills, increase interaction between students and teachers, provide immediate and timely feedback, create more interesting and engaging video lectures, provide more examples for each topic, be more considerate for students with technical concerns, and offer other accessible learning materials for all students. Flipped learning is an effective approach in enhancing attitude towards online learning, attitude towards mathematics, and academic performance of learners even though it is delivered fully online. Learning environment that promotes positive attitudes in students is a key factor for successful online mathematics instruction. Flipped learning approach has increased students' motivation and confidence in learning math, improved their engagement in guided, independent, and collaborative in-class activities, and deepened their understanding of mathematical concepts. Hence, the flipped learning approach can transform classes into dynamic, engaging, interactive, student-centered online learning environment. Remember that flipped learning approach, it is a tool in your toolbox. It's a very effective, powerful tool, but it is not the be all and end all. Flipping is an iterative process, so as you implement these practices, reflect on what works well and what needs to be modified. For teachers and students alike, the transition to a flipped model takes time, effort, and commitment. Are you ready to flip? Thank you.